Like they have like good health insurance for like poor people out here.
Yeah, I need to get on that. I've just been living on a prayer.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, you're 27, so you're off your parents' insurance, right?
Yeah, I've been off my parents' insurance since like 24 because like we were on this weird like Christian insurance where it only went to 24.
Christian, like it's religious insurance.
Yeah, it's like you're not covered for like sexual miscues and stuff.
Isn't everything technically an act of God? Dude, because think about it. In Christianity, going to Catholic school, they were always like, not your will, but God's will. And I'm like, dude, if anything happens, that's God's will.
True. It's like God wanted me to defile this.
Yeah, God wanted me to get her pregnant, dude.
I guess God's from Delaware County.
Dude, God is a Delco scumbag. I know it, dude.
Yeah, what is like the ethos of like a Delco scumbag?
Delaware County, Pennsylvania is its own fucking world. Take every stereotype you think of a Philadelphian and times it by 100. That's Delco. Like the accent, like my accent is bad, but there's people way worse. It's just like it's a way of life, dude. Yeah, dude. Mix of blue collar, white collar, but like the blue collar guys, like, dude, they're drinking at the bar after work. Dude, I was bartending in Havertown. We had people come in at 3 p.m., 2:30, just start boozing right after work. Like they've been up since 5 a.m. They start boozing, go home, get up, do it again, same thing every day. It's a way of life, dude.
So if like in LA, like materialism is kind of like the value that wins out. What is it in Delco? Is like,
dude, it's like it's the experiences of like going down to like the link and going to like you like more people what people spend money on like nice cars here. People spend on season tickets for the Birds and Phillies and shit. Like I went to the Rams-Eagles game last year and there was more Eagles fans. If the Eagles are on, if this game, like if there's a sporting event happening, like it really is a sports town where it's just like that's kind of what you do. And you're like born into it or you grow into it.
What's the most volatile interaction you've had at an Eagles game?
Oh, dude, it wasn't at an Eagles game, but when I was home for the holidays, I went down with my cousin. We took a tour of the link. We did like a VIP tour. Like they took us through like the locker rooms, like the back tunnels of the stadium, like press room and everything. As we're walking outside, there's a Kansas City Chiefs fan in all Chiefs gear taking a picture out front of the fucking link, giving the finger, and I just go in on this dude. I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. He's like, I came here to be friendly. I'm like, you just beat us in the Super Bowl. This is before this past Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I was like, you just beat us in the Super Bowl and you're taking a picture outside our stadium giving us a finger. And that's nice. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
That's nice.
Yeah, dude. And like my fucking cousin's kid was with us. I was like, I didn't give a shit. You see some like wild shit going down to like Birds games. But I remember there's a video too. It went viral when I was in high school of we just beat the Giants and we were like, people were getting on SEPTA, like the subway system. And you had a Giants fan just talking shit on Eli or talking shit on the Birds, like after they lost, like still talking shit. This is where we get a bad rep. But like the dude's talking shit to like Birds fans, and one guy's like, say something again, I'll knock you out. And he's like, just says some fucking dumb shit. He's like, you guys are all fucking pussies and hard at, and the dude just socked him in the face and just literally walked by the body. Like the dude was out cold. He walked by the body and just went on the train. But like that's like we get a bad rep, but it's like, dude, it's all instigated. Everywhere you go, it's always instigated. No Philly fan wakes up and they're like, I'm gonna fuck up a Cowboys fan today.
There's got to be one guy.
I mean, there's definitely one dude that's like, I'm looking for a fight today, dude.
Your story is different from a lot of other people because I did some research into this.
Shit.
You were kind of fat.
Dude, big fatty.
You were a big fatty, dude.
I always say to people, I was like, man, if I started comedy when I was fat, my career would be so much better, dude.
Bro, yeah. Do you feel like that set you back?
I think growing up fat was the best thing because you very much have to get comfortable with who you are, like, immediately because you have nothing else to rely on except your personality, dude. Like, fat dudes talking to girls, like, tough. Definitely talking to girls made you have to be the funny fat kid because you're like, I have to rely on my personality. But it also is very much who I was, so it made me more comfortable with myself. So I would say, like, no matter what, if I'm on stage now compared to then, I still would be the same person.
Yeah.
It's just different. I think it's different because of the way I look now.
I'm just meeting you now, like, and no indication that you were never anything. Like, you look like an athletic guy. I don't know.
People, when they find out I played college lacrosse, they're like, oh, what were you, attack? I was like, dude, I was a goalie. I was 260 pounds. I was fat. I didn't start. I maybe played less than an hour of total time in 4 years. So I just embraced it. I was like, well, I'm just going to be fat and drink and be on the team and take the perks.
The perks?
The perks of being on a lacrosse team.
Oh, okay. I thought...
and definitely take some perks. I don't think people realize, like, how insane the NCAA... Like, the NCAA is such bullshit, dude. We, like, got a list of everything we would get tested for, like, drug tests. Caffeine's on there. So if you, like, drink coffee or espresso and they drug test you and caffeine comes up, that's a violation.
What?
Dude, insane, right?
What are they, Mormon?
I don't.
That's crazy.
They're part of the Christian insurance, I guess. Do you remember the TV show Blue Mountain State?
Yeah.
That's what I went to college thinking lacrosse was going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. It was nothing like it.
They, like, actually put you boys to it, huh?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, we playing Division 3. You have the same bullshit as, like, playing D1. Not the same, but, like, you're still up at 5 a.m. practicing and going to class and bullshit, and you get none of the perks.
Damn, dude. But 260, you were probably squatting, like...
Dude, I thought I was so strong. No, dude, my knees barely bent. I was like, I'm fucking repping 400. My knees were going like that.
Yeah.
Like, I was
not a full range of motion.
Dude, we got this one, my senior year, we got this hard ass coach that was like our D coordinator and the strength and conditioning guy. He put a medicine ball under our asses and he's like, if your butt doesn't hit, it doesn't count.
And that guy sexually assaulted all you guys?
Dude, I wish. Dude, I could have got a fat lawsuit.
Oh, man. Damn, yeah, but that was around the Sandusky. No, it was probably way
Sandusky
earlier.
happened my freshman year. That was crazy, dude. I have witnessed my friends that went to Penn State cry when you make jokes about Jerry Sandusky touching boys in showers. Even though that really happened, it's documented. They made a movie about it with Pacino playing Sandusky, or no, he played Paterno.
Dang.
It was like an HBO movie.
Man, that would suck to get casted as one of those little boys.
Dude, if you're an actor, like you're like, the role of a lifetime, and they're like, yeah, we want you to play Sandusky.
Yeah, let's do the scene, the Sandusky scene. Okay, so I'm Joe Paterno. You're Jerry Sandusky, and you're just reassuring me that the kids are safe with you.
Hey Joe, I want you to know that the rumors you're hearing, they're not true. I'm just supervising in the showers. Nothing is happening. There's no diddle dallying. Just I'm just making sure the kids are ready to get back on the field and play.
What?
Exactly. Hey, Joe, we're going to win again this year, all right? That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Isn't the neighborhood of Chicago next to Ridley?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, I used to live there, yeah.
Yeah, oh, you did? Oh, nice. Cool. Hey,
and
I'm an ally.
And now I'm here in West Hollywood. Dude, you know what's pretty fucked up? I've been here in West Hollywood all month, all of June. And
not one guy's hit on you?
Not one guy's hit on me.
Dude, I went to the Abbey with my gay friends, and I was so hyped. I'm like, dude, this is going to be fun. People are going to buy me drinks. I look good. Dude, the only person that bought me a drink was my friend. I left mad. I was like, this isn't fun. Well, I was like, I don't know why girls go out thinking guys are going to buy them drinks. It doesn't happen.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit because I think gay guys are really good at detecting straight guys, even better than straight guys are
at detecting
gays. They're like, dude, take one look at this guy, straight as hell, bad hair, dude, bad style.
I truly live by this thought. I'm like, guys in general are dumb. Straight guys are we have no brains. Dude, like, we're so stupid. That's why I always say, I'm like, dude, my mom is a PhD. I'm like, I couldn't even do that. I couldn't go to school again. I'm like, dude, guys, we're just dumb. Straight dudes were idiots. But we're fun idiots.
We're fun.
We're fun, though. That's what we have going for us. But, like, smarts, dude, I'm not intelligent. Dude, I'm, like, reading books, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm way better at drinking than I am reading. Why am I doing this, dude? Like, let me go to the bar and get annihilated. I'll have way more fun.
Yeah, but, if you can drink, get annihilated, and also, like, read a book every once in a while, you can trick yourself into thinking you're, like, a tortured, like, intellectual
Dude, when I was bartending,
artist.
those were some of my favorite people to come in. Dudes that would just, like... there's like that stereotype of like you see a girl at a bar, she's reading a book, drinking a Manhattan, whatever, some dumb drink like that. But dude, there was like dudes, like I always loved dudes that would come in and pound Budweisers and like bring a book. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's called baiting the ladies.
Is that what it is? Like,
yeah.
What are you reading? Green Eggs and Ham.
Yeah.
Have you ever read this? It's fascinating.
And you're holding it upside down. Were you in a Gillian Keeves sketch?
I was, dude. I like don't tell people. Find out. Like I don't really tell people. But
yeah.
It's because like I've never like, dude, I didn't even use that as like a credit for a while. Like they're like, hey, what's your credit? I'm like, I don't know. I just say I'm an LA comic. And then one of my buddies like, no, dude, you were in Gillian Keeves. Like use that. And I was like, all right, I guess. But yeah, I did. That was cool. So like, I don't know. I am a big believer in like everything happens for a reason and whatnot. And so in February of 2020, I moved to, I studied theater for like probably 4 years at that point. I was like, I'm gonna go move to LA. I'm gonna be an actor, right? Move here in February. I'm living with my aunt and uncle in Agora Hills, so like northern LA.
Yeah.
Driving here every day, going to acting class. Pandemic hits. My aunt kicks me out of her house. I moved back to Philly. Greatest flight of my life, by the way. They're like, I will say this: if every 4 years there was a pandemic, I would not be mad. Not at all. It was awesome. My pandemic was great. Great.
Oh yeah.
So I'll fill you. We'll get to it. And my aunt kicks me out of her house. Call my parents. I'm like, hey, I think the world's ending, but they told me I can't live here, so I'm gonna move back. $25 flight, American Airlines, rode to myself.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Oh yeah.
Greatest flight of my life, dude. Unreal. Best flight I've ever had. Moved back to Philly. I get my old bartending job back, and then I guess like. So that's like I moved like say like a year later, like April 2021. My buddy Chris, shout out Chris, he was like really involved with those guys like Shane McKeever and those guys. Like he worked on like Delco proper when McKeever and those guys were doing like a Comedy Central like online series. Like they had like 4 or 5 like 6-minute episodes. Like they were like trying to pitch as like a show and whatnot. So I'm home. I'm working at the bar. I actually just got shoulder surgery from when I tore it. So I wasn't doing anything for like 4 weeks. And my friend Chris calls me. He's like, hey, are you available this weekend? We're filming a Gillian Keefe sketch if you want to do background work. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. Like, that'd be fun. Like it was nothing to do. It's something to do and I had nothing going on. And I was like, yeah, I'll come. So I get there. It was the day after they did the Trump video too. It was the same location, some hotel in King of Prussia. And we're there. They're doing it's the press conference one. Yeah. And I'm just background, and we're shooting. And after lunch, McKeever comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, man, like, do you want to say a line?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "All right, here," and like wrote down on the thing. And he's like, "All right, like, you're gonna ask Shane this question and whatnot." And I was like, "All right, cool." It was a very cool moment, but it's also one of those things where like you don't know what the final cut's gonna be. And like I made it into the sketch, and I was like, "Oh, this is sick." And it's before, like, it was like you knew those guys being from Philly, but like it's not the level where they're at now, right? You know what I mean?
For sure.
So it was cool. Yeah. So I did film that in April. And then I think like a month or 2 later was when, the Donald Trump sketch made it to Rogan. And then he brought Shane on. And then Shane like just blew up. And it's like, like, because everyone's like, oh, like, those guys. I'm like, I'm not friends with them. But like I've seen them since and just said hi and like they remembered who I was and stuff. Like I saw Shane when I was in Philly and just said what's up to him at Helium and he remembered. And then McKeever and those guys were out here for Netflix as a joke. I saw McKeever at the store. We talked for like 10 minutes. He was like, oh yeah, dude. He's like talking about the sketch. He's like, oh dude, you were great. Like he's like, you sounded. I was like, yeah, you guys were like, dude, you sound like a real sports reporter. And I was like, yeah, it's called acting.
What has been your coolest experience so far in stand up?
Totally freaking lame answer, dude, but legit like me like becoming friends with the people I became friends with. God, dude, I sound like a fucking nerd, but
it is sick.
It's the nerdiest answer possible, but it's also the truth.
So much material can be made in just like the hang, just like talking to people, just working out bits. It's fun.
It is like, yeah, just conversations come and you have bits and you think it's so funny and then you go on stage and it bombs and you're like, oh, this isn't like a bit. It's just truly a genuine conversation I had with my friends that we were dying at laughing. And it's like, I've done that. Like I was trying to do this bit about how like, I think artificial intelligence is really good. We're just fucking up because we should have like artificial intelligent boners so you wouldn't get whiskey dick anymore. You just think about a boner and you get one.
Yeah.
You can be blacked out and fuck all you want.
Neuralink for your dick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Viagra out the window, dude. Just a fucking button in your brain. You're like, boner time, and it's fucking hard as a rock.
Boner time, initiate.
Yeah, exactly. And then I've done that on stage, and it bombed so hard. And I'm like, yeah, all right, cool.
Dude, what if instead of gasoline, cars ran on cum?
I'll be filling up my tank every day.
Right? Dude, wouldn't that be great? Because that way, women couldn't drive.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I did not. That's a good angle. That's a good angle.
It's fun, dude. And you know, you do it on the stage in Janesville, Wisconsin, and
who knew they were such feminists?
Yeah, right.
What's been the coolest thing for you so far?
Coolest moment, probably Tom Brenneman was at one of the shows. He's the guy who got fired from the Reds for saying that Kansas City is the F word capital of the world. He said I had a good set, so that's
pretty sick.
That's the highlight.
Wait, you know what, dude? I'll tell you this. This is a cool fucking moment. All right, dude who dresses up as this like character, Aunt Mary Pat. It's like a Philly comic, right?
Okay.
So last year on Super Bowl Sunday, he posted that he was like doing a tour and was coming to LA. And so I hit him up and I was like, hey man, I'm an LA comic. I'm from Philly. Would love to open for you, whatever. So they're like, cool. They gave me like, they're like, I get there. They're like, all right, you're going to do like 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, dope. And I was like, it was like the first big chance I had. Very Philly crowd. So I couldn't feel more comfortable. It was like being in Philly. So I'm supposed to do 10 minutes and I'm cruising and I don't get the light. I get off stage. I look at the camera. I did 25.
Whoa.
Ran the light by 15 minutes. No one was mad. But the coolest part was Sherry O'Terry, who was on Saturday Night Live, is from Philly. She went to the same high school as my mom. She was in the audience. Her and I talked outside for 20 minutes after the show. And she's like, you were so funny. And she's like telling me about her career and how like she moved here to do music, but ended up at Groundlings, and like Saturday Night Live was like her first professional acting job. And it made you really realize like this shit is so unexpected.
Yeah.
But it's like to hear somebody like her be like, you were really fun. It's like, I don't know, dude. Maybe it's just me, but like, you know, people want that reassurance that like, all right, what I'm doing is working. A female comic who like I grew up watching on Saturday Night Live and movies and shit like that. Like, she's hilarious, and it's like a Philly person. So that was probably the coolest thing that's happened since. Opportunity strikes all the fucking time. You just gotta like be open for it, right?
You have to have a open heart and an open mind.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose, dude. Shout out that coach in Friday Night Lights. What was his name, dude? I was gonna say Coach Boone, but that's definitely Remember the Titans.
Yeah. It was
bro, what is that guy's name?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Well, yeah, but then there was the TV show Friday Night Lights. Dude, they probably had two different names. What the fuck was that guy's name, Coach? I don't fucking know.
But well, this episode has been dedicated to him.
Yeah,
we're gonna find out who it was.
Dude, I appreciate having me on. This was fun.
Yeah, dude.